Me, Ivo, he's back. Ivo, and you have taken the correct route today, my love. You have imagined yourself living in your current apartment for the duration of your time there, which is approximately 5 months, not being bothered by your neighbor's incessant need to try to get laid. Me, never mind, he told me about his trip to emergency and how they had to call security because he was becoming violent. Great. Another violent man in my life. I suspected as much, and he unwittingly discloses these things to me. He doesn't realize the way women react to news that a man could have an unbridled fit of rage at any time, threatening those around him. I'm going to buy pepper spray. He doesn't seem to see himself as someone others would have to defend themselves against. He's pretty unconscious, that's for sure. Typical, he sees himself as their victim, which frankly, makes him even more of a threat. These people you have to remove from your life gingerly so they don't get angry. Ivo, continue to envision a life without him in it for the next 5 months. See yourself living in peace, alone, with no threat from him or anyone else. Me, I had Athena cut cords yesterday, and I started seeing alien faces around me afterwards. I suspect these may have something to do with his returning. So I asked Archangel Michael to deal with them. Ivo, so you see your limiting belief, and that is that you have to put up with him for the remainder of the time you have left here. Me, yes. And to override this, I envision myself not having to deal with him or anyone else. Ivo, so now you have a limiting belief about money because you believe that you cannot earn much money, so that you have to put up with circumstances like this, which is not true. Me, I'm changing my relationship to what I feel I deserve. Which is another thing, Ivo. I see so many people talking about money in terms of how much they feel they deserve. Is that really the case? Ivo, not really, my love. Your abundance equates to how much love you feel you can amass on this planet. Your relationships, by and large, have been very unloving and painful, exacerbated by the fact that you have lived in poverty for most of your life. But love is not always about how much you get from others, but how much you give to yourself. If that is what you feel what you deserve is about, then that is what it is. Me, aha. Ivo, but, back to the main topic, and that is you are never as limited as you believe yourself to be. You believe yourselves to be limited because you have been raised in the third-dimensional matrix, with none or little idea of what you are truly capable of attracting or creating with your minds. As for Sheran, and for the rest of you really, you must be aware that all your lessons are coming to you via the darkness. They are happy to send you energy vampires or others who usurp your need to feel secure, such as this case is, and to keep you off of your spiritual balance. This is the battle you must face every day. The way to deal with it is to know that you are more powerful than they are. Me, in this situation, I consider the ideal outcome as being left alone. Ivo, there may be better options, but if you are satisfied with this, then so be it. Me, there's nobody around here I want to talk to. I'd love to be able to talk to some real people, but I'm not interested in talking to my history and not my future. These people are in my past. They are my old lessons and I've learned them. Ivo, you still need to accept that these types of men exist instead of fighting that fact. You are often exasperated, exclaiming, "Another one. Here's another one of these people." Do not react to them. Accept that they exist as part of the matrix. Me, I've always found life on this planet to be stupefying, now more than ever, I might add. It's always been a holy crap experience for me. Unbelievable at the best of times. And in all of it, I have found that people are remarkably similar. Ivo, they are. This is conditioning. Individuality is a much sought after condition, however rarely practiced. Me, I get rid of one abusive male only to have his spot taken by another. Now I've got two to deal with. Ivo, and I said that the dark keeps the pressure up. So keep the pressure on the dark by envisioning a life without their interference. Me, will do. It'd be nice for once to attract someone who doesn't hold the potential to be a threat, either male or female. When you're striving to become autonomous, everyone shows up to try to put you back in line, back in the matrix. They're always power over others types. Ivo, and that is the issue, my love. You are living in a controlled theater, with actors who work for the director. These actors are attempting to get you to play your role, and you will not. However, there are people who are also autonomous and able to respect your need to be as well. Me, I've never met any around here. It'd be a refreshing change, to be honest. Ivo, so now you must stop reacting to these actors as if you are their victim. Do not automatically put yourself in that role. Me, actually I didn't. I was hoping to have a normal exchange with him and the other neighbors, but no such luck. Now I see he poses a threat, if not because of his persistence, but now his anxiety attacks, which make him violent. Frankly, I think I have to be a lot more cautious with people than I am. I can't harbor any hope of them actually not posing a threat to me, it seems. I think I need to intervene in my own behalf from the start, and stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. I have no doubt anymore. I hate to condemn people, but the matrix being what it is, and with me being targeted, I can't afford to take time to get to know strangers anymore. It's pretty sick, I'd say. Ivo, and so you are done with limitation, then? You say. Me, yes. Ivo, you are willing to become unlimited. Me, to the extent that I can imagine myself as unlimited, yes. I'll bet you've got more lessons up your sleeve. Ivo, I already envision our life together next year, and how I'll use that money to help people. I see your ships landing, and my parents living with us. I see the TV station, I see meeting Ashtar and Ananda on the New Jerusalem. Maybe those are limits, but they're good limits. What I want is for the Matrix to leave me alone and to stop sending its minions to me. Ivo, so continue to imagine yourself as living in peace, alone. Me, we'll see how it goes. Tonight is Saturday and that's when he's going to drink. He'll wait for his wife to go to bed and try to come around here. I can't be up late. So I've even lost that freedom, the freedom to stay up on Saturday nights, but then going to bed earlier helps my chronic fatigue. I'm just going to have to tell him straight out that it's not going to happen. I don't care what he does. I don't want him. If he keeps up, I'll have to get a restraining order and say he's stalking me. Ivo, imagine yourself living peacefully, alone. Me, yesterday, I restarted white lighting the houses around here too. Archangel Michael told me to do that. Keeps all the Zetas out of the neighborhood. Seriously, folks, I see them walking down the street. Ivo, life is about overcoming fear. You limit yourself through your fears. Do not fear. Me, true. So what you're telling us, Ivo, is you see where you've limited yourself by what you attract. Ivo, correct. You have attracted violence again. Me, not hard to do in this world. Ivo, and that is your belief. That it surrounds you everywhere and anyone is capable of it. You believe that because of your childhood home. Now you must begin to believe there are people who abhor violence and are beyond it. They even exist in your neighborhood. There are people of higher consciousness. It is simply that you do not attract them because of your belief that they are not abundant. This is also a limiting belief. Me, got it? Ivo, work on your beliefs and watch your life change. The first thing is you must believe that you are worthy of having peace and quiet. Me, it's 8 p.m. and I've been mulling this over all day. Needless to say, I didn't sleep well last night, and am now really tired from the stress. That's chronic fatigue. I finally figured out what this whole thing is about. It's about my right to say no and have it honored. This guy can't do that. He keeps trying to impose his own wants and needs over mine, and he's doing it because he's objectified me. He doesn't see me as an autonomous person in my own right, he sees me as an object. I think it's the end of the road for us. I can't make a friendship out of someone who is controlling, violent, objectifies me and who ignores my boundaries. This issue, that of being ignored, goes back to my childhood. I wasn't allowed to say no to my parents, so I learned to manipulate them. And I hated them. Now I don't have to put up with anyone who doesn't listen when I say no. Obviously, this is still being healed. I see this issue keeps coming up lately, so it seems to be the major one to deal with now. Ivo, I might remind those watching this video that Tianya is going through a process of understanding what is bothering her, then relating it back to undealt with stored pain from her past. By releasing this pain, she frees herself from this life pattern, that of attracting people who are controlling and do not listen when she asserts herself. Sheran/Tianya is attempting to understand what is happening and what her reaction is. She is in a process of overcoming some fear, and attempting to understand her reaction, and then to learn to accept these people but to bypass them in future all the same. Your daily bread, as Jesus called it, holds the seeds of your growth in it. By discussing situations like these as we do, you come to understand yourself and to change your reaction to them, ultimately releasing their attraction for you and removing your limitations. Be at peace. Ivo.